Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop today. Today we're going to be working on our 2022 Suzuki DRZ400 Supermoto. We are going to be changing out that spark plug. So let's get into the tools that we'll need to do the job. Let's knock it out. Okay, if this stuff doesn't look familiar, this is the stuff you get in your actual factory toolkit. Yes, we have a bunch of other fancy tools we can use, but I thought it's kind of fun to use what they supply you. So you have your spark plug, socket there, a pair of pliers, your 8/10mm tool that they provide you, the screwdriver for the handle, and then I think we're going to use this 14mm up here to crank on that once it's in there. So let's get this bike apart. Now that we've got all of those bolts out and our fuel line disconnected, we should be able to pull that tank with the shrouds off. You don't have to put that fuel, you can just leave it in the on position because it's operated by vacuum, so nothing should leak out. I'm just going to set the tank on the bucket there. And your tank does just sit nicely in a 5-gallon bucket. Now you don't have to do this, but this little hole right here actually runs to a passage, and I like a little compressed air in there to clean it out, just make sure there's no debris inside. Okay, now we're going to take our factory spark plug tool, put it right down in there, and we're going to take the 14mm end and hopefully just crack that loose. There we go, it's loose. I have to give it a couple turns there. There's our factory plug removed. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so here's our factory plug. Doesn't look bad. Here's a brand new one. So this is an NGK CR8E. This is a NGK CR8E as well. But yeah, looks kind of tannish. The plug actually looks pretty good. They don't recommend to replace this until 7,000 miles. I'm about 4,000 just doing it early. So, but yeah, and I'm actually not going to be replacing it with this one. I'll be replacing it with something else. Let's take a look. I'm going to be putting in a CR8EIX. That's for Iridium. I'm going to be putting in an Iridium plug. So here's your OEM, which is the same as this, except it's just an Iridium version. So we will be putting in an Iridium plug. So let's get this new one in. Oh, one other thing, these screw off, and on your OEM setup, you actually don't need it because of the way your cap is. So you can just take and unscrew that. Unscrew that, it's ready to go back in the bike. Okay, so we are going to be putting in our new Iridium plug. There is a rubber washer down in there, so it'll actually hold that and not let the plug fall. Just do this by hand, of course. A lot of threads on these, so I believe we're snug there. On every NGK package, it does show you just get it hand tight and then give it another third of a turn or so. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We do have it hand tight. So now let's give it another. I think that's good to go. Okay, so now we're gonna put our boot back on. You wanna make sure that this is not above like that because it won't seal properly. And make sure it's down in there. Get you guys down in there. So you'll see whenever we go to put this back on, it should seat down in there really nice. It's kind of recessed down in that hole. There was a other vacuum line that I pulled off the petcock here. It's not on very tight. Put that on with your hands. There it goes. Put this fuel line back on. And once you replace it, might take a second to start just because we did disconnect that fuel line, but then you want to start it up and check it out. So I hope this will show up. Our factory plug is on the left. Your Iridium plug is on the right. See how the Iridium has pretty much a constant stream, and the regular style plug kind of bounces around. And watch as we increase it. Notice the color difference. Very, very, very low RPM there. All right, guys, that is it on changing your spark plug on your DRZ400, and this should be the same for every DRZ. It's a 400, a 400S, an E, and SM. From the beginning all the way to 2023, should be really no difference whatsoever. So yeah, hopefully this helps somebody out there. If you guys have any questions at all, you can always reach out to me at ScottLink_L5P on Instagram. As always, I appreciate everybody for watching. Until next time, thank you. Take care.